Look at us. We got divorced last year, December 2025. And we've been back together the beginning of January of 2026. That didn't last long. We were separated, but still living together. That doesn't count. But anywho, yeah. That my man right there. Divorce can't stop that. Divorce can't stop that. That my man right there. That my man right there. Hey, that my man right there. I ain't gonna leave him again till he die. He gonna go before me. We both know that. But yeah, that my man right there. That my man right there.
For every man, there's a woman.
And for every dummy, there's a dummy.
Let me tell you about an app called Free Cash. Free Cash is the #1 app worldwide allowing users like yourself to make money off their phone for free. If you want to make $200 plus a week for free, download using my link in the description or the QR code on the screen. If you download now for free using my link or QR code, you will get a free $5 into your account for free. That's $5 for free, no requirements. So download Free Cash today to make easy, quick, and free money. This is what it looks like when a man doesn't respect himself. When a man doesn't respect himself, a woman will always disrespect him. Fellas, if your girl ever leaves you, never take her back. Because the only reason why she's coming back, because the guy she left you for doesn't want her. And you're the only fool that wants her. Because she doesn't want you, what she's going to do is belittle you and disrespect you to cope. Fellas, respect yourselves out here, man. Or else you'll be settling for something like this.
What I think happens as you get older as a woman, and a woman who has lived and had the kind of professional career that I've had, and I think Halle Berry's experiencing this right now, and she's doing it out loud, which I mean, you become very aware of how much the male gaze plays a role in your whole existence. And after a certain point in your life, that starts to become it's an ill-fitting suit. You start to feel like an elephant in an envelope. It just doesn't fit. You know what I mean? And you really are like, well, why am I doing, like, it just doesn't work for you anymore. You're not the young ingenue anymore, and you don't really want to be anymore. You want to be a fully flushed out human being. You want to be a woman who has, moved through the world, and you have accumulated, some scars and some war wounds, some gray hairs and some wrinkles, but you wear them proudly because it's indicative of a life well lived and wisdom that you've accumulated.
It's over for you thoughts. It's over. It ain't that time.
This right here is sad because this is simply a woman who is past the prime and now she's out the game. Now she's expired. Here's the thing, right? When a woman uses her body to make money, as soon as her body gets older, she becomes a bit useless from the sense that she doesn't know how to do anything else. Based on the fact that she never valued herself, she never valued life, she never took the time to really add some type of intellectual capital to her brain where she could provide a man with a different benefit other than her physical. So now she's older and she's stuck with a bird brain, and it's almost like she doesn't know what to do because now she can't really fit in. Because at her age, if a woman was virtuous, she probably got a husband now. She probably got a family. But this is a woman, even if a man is 50, like the same age as her, she's still not his type because she's probably going through menopause. So it's not like a man could look at her and be like, okay, I'm going to start a family with her. I'm going to say, it's like she's like down there done. So this is just the story of a bird that's expired, and it's sad.
Would you date somebody that's trapping?
This is really good. No.
Like you wouldn't date a trapper?
I have, and no, I wouldn't. Not again.
Not again?
Not again. It's just not like, it's not a firm foundation. Like it's not built on anything. So like if tomorrow they want to stop trapping, usually what I know, trappers aren't investing into things, or they're trapping because they can't get approved to invest into things.
But I'm talking about a trapper that's like, I'm talking about like
That it just is never gonna fall off.
yeah, like not just a nickel and dime trapper, somebody that's like next level.
Like trapper.
A trapper.
Still no.
Yo, this right here is crazy. She said, I did it in the past, but that's my past life. It's kind of like if you meet a chick, right? And she tells you about all the wild stuff that she did in her past with other guys. But now that she met you, it's kind of like, that's my past. I'm different now. I'm a changed person. It's like, nah, be you, be yourself. Yo, all you gotta do is sit back and listen, and these women will tell you exactly who they are. Now, for me, if I hear a chick say that, I'm gonna put her in the bird category. So I'm gonna treat her like who she is. But I'm not gonna hear a chick tells me that and be like, ooh, okay, well, that's your past. I'm pretty sure you changed now. You probably was a fast chick back in the day, but now you're a good girl. Nah, man, you gotta take these women for who they are, because here's the thing, fellas. And by the way, if you meet a woman and she says that she dated a scammer, a drug dealer, any dude who makes fast money, just understand that's a woman who is for the streets. She aligns herself with the fast life because that's what she craves. That's her thrill. That's a real thing. That's one thing I learned. There are women who is into that, and then there are women who wouldn't even speak to a scammer or speak to a dude who is making fast money because they understand the importance of putting the work in and making legitimate money versus a woman who wants to live on the fast side of life and is into that type of energy. But the thing about that energy, fellas, that never leaves a woman. This is why a woman past will always tell you who she is. It's impossible for a woman to be a fast chick back in the day, then all of a sudden she's a good girl. So fellas, just be wise out here.
I don't really get approached.
What?
You tell me. I don't know. I do not know. And the DMs and all that, I'm like, really? I'm like, no, but I really don't. Maybe I need to get out a little bit more, maybe different places, but I don't have anybody say, oh girl, I got this friend that I want you to meet, or this guy say, I got a friend, he's cool, he's single, good looking, tall. Yeah. No.
Really? So all right. So I have a lot of questions to ask you. Mm-hmm. So you say you're single, right? 55, mm-hmm. Single, and you want to meet.
Come across, I would like to meet a nice man.
Yes.
Honest, transparent.
100%. What is honesty and what's transparency?
You can be honest about where you're going, but you got to be transparent who you with. So I told you I was going, but you didn't say who you was going to be there with.
Gotcha. So you want to be honest and transparent.
Yeah, because if I wanted, I would want, vice versa.
Honest and transparent. So basically, you're saying you want me to give you information that you didn't ask for. That's transparency.
Yeah, I mean, if we were in a relationship, okay, and there's some places that you want to go, or you're doing this particular thing or whatever, and they're going to be women. But if you say, I'm going to go hang out with some friends,
yeah,
I'm going to have some drinks.
Yes.
Well, honey, I'm going here, and I'll be home a little later. Okay. And then so and so see you out.
Right.
You wasn't very clear about what type of friend to choose with, because if we're together, you don't want to give other people a different look on you that would come back to me that don't look right.
True. In that situation, that scenario you mentioned. Mm-hmm. So, does it matter, whatever the friend or the people that, because the people don't know what's going on between us. So does that matter?
Just like, I think if we're on the same page and that I truly can trust you, mm-hmm. and you can truly trust me, then I don't think it would bother me. But I just still would like to know. I mean, it's just being open.
Yo, this is why I always tell you guys, if a woman is a bird at 5, she's going to be a bird at 50. This woman is 55. Now, you will think a woman at that age will be a bit more mature. She might be a grandma. So now she's trying to pass her wisdom down to her grandkids, right? This bird is out here looking for dinner. Still, she's still out here looking for dinner, bro, at 55. And here's the thing. You got to think to yourself, bro. Damn, 55, you still in the streets? So what you did in your prime years? It's like you really got to ask yourself that question. And it goes back to what I always tell you guys. A bird always makes her way back to the streets, bro. That shit never fails. It's impossible for a bird to stay in a relationship because she's not designed to be a wife. She lacks the credentials. It's kind of like a person who wants to pass the test to advance, but never studied and think that they could cheat in order to advance. So if they cheat, and when I say cheat, I mean like finding a sucker, finding a man that they are not attracted to save them, to give them the title of becoming a wife. So a woman will become a wife, but when she lacks the credentials, she will always make her way back to the streets because she doesn't know how to even be a wife. So even if you give a bird a husband, like here you go, the perfect husband, whatever you want, that's him. She's still going to make her way back to the streets somehow. And fellas, that's just the life of a bird, man. She's 55 out here still looking for dinner. Sad.
If you haven't yet, go get you some of that merch. You all already know, don't feed the birds. That's what it is. We don't feed the birds over here. So if you rock with your boy, go get you some of that good merch.